Hi, I'm the bottom that Willem's talking about in his song Es una pasiva. Guy! Oh no, wait, you're Guy. Wow, I fucked that up real good.
Yes, you did.
Shut up. Or as Cher would say, shut up, stupid.
Ah.
Or as Chad Michaels would say, I'm Cher, I swear.
Oh, goodness. And I'm the Matt that would have saved you from that accelerator related accident where you flew off of a cliff. Guy!
And I'm a fish, glub glub. Andrew, there, that's better.
Aw.
Anyway, and welcome to the Blossom and Smith
Woot.
Show. Hooray! Intro music that's copyrighted
Do
free.
do do
Hooray!
do do.
She'll be coming down the mountain when she comes. Uncopyrighted music.
We'll figure something out.
Yeah, remember, this is only our first episode, and we have no idea what the utter fuck we're doing, but we're gonna enjoy it anyway.
Yes.
We figured that we talk enough as it is, so we might as well make a damn podcast out of it.
Yeah. And, I mean, this will hopefully allow us to be able to go banter away in a different place than a YouTube live stream because while the YouTube live stream is amazing and we get to talk to other people, a lot more other people, especially because we don't have a guest
Yes.
this time anyway. Um,
This time, anyway.
we do find that it would be good to have a place where we can just chat away, have fun, shoot the shit for about an hour straight. An hour gay, let's say.
Oh, Lord.
Come on, babe. Admit it.
I admit nothing. I am as straight as a bent arrow.
Okay. Our relationship is about as straight as a curly fry.
Curly fry covered in uh cheese. Yeah, that's it, cheese.
Okay, yeah, because mayo is just gross.
Well, different types of mayo anyway.
It's made of eggs.
I'm thinking of a different type of mayo.
Mm-hmm. Uh,
A more provocative type of mayo.
uh-huh. So,
Hey,
for
this is the
those,
kind of shit you'll be hearing on a daily basis, weekly basis, folks.
uh-huh, we'll come up with
Oh
more and
boy.
more jokes and innuendos in the future. So, for a note,
hmm
we are two young adults in a relationship trying to find our way in the world. And I currently just have the little list of the things that we do in this episode and probably more or less follow some sort of similar format in later ones on the back of a receipt because I'm both lazy and I don't want to have a dedicated notebook to this show. I don't need one.
You don't want to have a dedicated notebook to our podcast show. Wow, you such commitment.
Because most of it's just going to be us looking up things in the moment.
I mean, yeah, but it's like I don't know.
I guess, yes. Although, in the instance of something needing to have a lot of research, I will probably write it down on a notepad on my laptop. Speaking
Oh,
of, I'm
come
going to
on.
fire up Blacklight, which is the name of my laptop. Um, do,
Doop, 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 doop.
I should have done this beforehand.
Probably.
Professionalism.
My boyfriend, the professional. He's absolutely not professional, but it doesn't stop me from loving him without any self doubt or whatever. I love him. That's what's important.
And I love you.
Hmm.
Mwah. All right. So,
Sir.
our show is going to be usually divided into about 5 segments. or 6 if you include the pre-show stuff. I have written down pre-show banter. It's not numbered just because it can vary from anywhere about 3 minutes to probably.
To 7,000 minutes. Who the fuck knows?
I mean, it
Hooray!
could be up to 20 minutes depending upon things, and it could tie directly into all the various other segments that we have, and it could be shuffled around and all that. But
Yeah.
basic layout, we have our banter, and then we have news. So Andrew is going to be the one handling that, and then I'm going to be the one commentating alongside him.
Yes. I'll be heading a lot of these actually.
You will be heading
I'll be heading the first two anyway.
the first three,
The first three, yes. I'll be heading news, drag talk,
and
uh,
gossip column.
and the gossip column. Yes, 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 yes. Well, speaking of, why don't we get into the news? Hmm.
Yes.
News, 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 news.
All
I
about
mean,
news.
news, 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 news. Let's see. What is in the news right now? Well, I think this it's not necessarily news, but I think it's quite funny to me
Mm-hmm.
about oh, yes. Mila Kunis. I think this is quite funny is that she has been donating to Planned Parenthood in Vice President Mike Pence's name.
I mean, that's a great way to screw the vice president over because he is a dick.
Very much so. Oh, absolutely. And I just think it's a nice fuck you, especially because it's like, I mean, he's gonna keep getting notes from them every time.
Uh-huh.
Uh,
It's a wonderful,
oh, this is a
wonderful little
very
way to say,
interesting.
fuck you, fuck everything you stand for. I'm going to now donate in your
Oh,
name
yes.
so that your name is at least a little bit better because no one deserves to be that bad. And you are that
Oh, I
bad.
think this is quite a very scary. Yeah, no shit, they all are.
Yeah.
But I was gonna say, oh wow, this is quite an interesting news story. Horror author, excuse me, horror author R.L. Stein testified before Congress to get kid-eating teachers out of schools.
Oh, really?
Oh yes, this is a news story by The Onion, a very respectable news source, by the way.
Is that sarcastic or.
Yes, that's sarcastic.
Mm-hmm.
It's The Onion, for fuck's sake.
True. It
Come on,
reeks of
The Onion.
onion.
You know, you know The Onion is fake.
Yeah.
I mean, I just saw it in my news feed and I thought it was quite funny. I enjoy the Onion stuff. It's they make up some of the most stupidly but funny stories. Like this, a popular new Amazon service comes to your house and kills you.
I think I actually saw it and I thought, what?
Well, I should get into the news story further for you. Actually, I mean, this is of course a joke based on the newest Amazon service, which will allow you to buy stuff, and when the Amazon people come to deliver it, they will actually be able to enter your house and put the package in the house for you.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, so I think that's quite stupid,
Yeah, I
if
mean,
anything. It's just I don't know. It's why would you want somebody that you don't know just being like, "Hi." I mean, yeah, they said they have cameras on them at all times, but it still somebody could steal something.
yeah, yeah,
I just think it's quite silly.
yeah, it is.
Oh, oh, excuse me.
And I mean, there are ways
Sorry.
to get around cameras.
Of course. Oh. Also in the news, Julianne Margulies Margulies, I believe is how you say her name, of The Good Wife fame, says she had an uncomfortable encounter with Harvey Weinstein. Yet another person coming forward towards Harvey Weinstein.
Uh-huh.
She alleges that Harvey Weinstein and Steven Seagal tried to lure her into hotel rooms on separate occasions.
Ugh. What is it with
Well, Mar-
men, especially rich men, just thinking, oh, she's famous. She'll want to go to a hotel with
or
me.
she's just good looking. Julianne Margulies has a Harvey Weinstein story of her own, and an eerily similar one involving Steven Seagal. The actress recalled both incidents on SiriusXM's Just Jenny show,
Hmm.
according telling host Jenny Hutt that she met both the actor and producer in their hotel rooms, which she was led to by female assistants who she now says were leading me to the lion's den.
Ooh.
Margulies, best known for her starring role on The Good Wife, was 23 during the alleged incident with Seagal. She was told by a female casting director that would be in his hotel room as well, but when she arrived, she would only find the Under Siege star alone. I saw his gun, which I had never seen a gun in real life, recalled Margulies, who managed to leave Seagal's room unscathed. I never was raped, and I never was harmed, and I don't know how I got out of that hotel room. I sort of screamed my way out. Her
Eee.
encounter with Harvey Weinstein took place in 1996, by which time she was already starring on ER. She was once again escorted to the room by a female assistant who, she was told, would be present for the duration of her time with Weinstein. The assistant knocked on the door, and she was standing behind me, says Margulies, and he opened the door in a bathrobe. I could see that there were candles lit in the room, and there was a dinner for two, and I saw him stare at her, daggers. Upon looking at the woman to say how she would react, Margulies caught her in a shrug like, "What could I do?" And he looked at me furious, and he took the door and he said, "Just wanted to say good audition," and he slammed the door. Following similar accounts for the more than 50 women, Weinstein has been fired from the Weinstein Company, expelled from the Academy, and banned for life from the Producers Guild of America.
Hmm. I mean, that's the least that can happen and should happen.
Yes. What is going on with this world today?
Not just today. I mean, it's happened in history.
Well,
The world today
well,
just brings
yes.
history's awfulness to light. Everything comes to light eventually, especially in this day and age.
Yes, with all the modern day technologies, it's all bound to come at some point.
It is. And people have ways of defending themselves that they didn't back then.
Talking about how in this day and age it really is just shitty.
Yeah.
What else? What else? Supermarket imposes kiwi ban to protect Harry Styles.
What?
In the last week, Harry Styles has taken a few onstage tumbles because fans kept throwing kiwis at him while he performed his song Kiwi. In response, an ASDA in Manchester banned under 25s from purchasing the fruit ahead of the singer's concert at the O2 Apollo Arena.
Oh my god. Why do people throw shit on stage? That just seems like a hazard. It seems like you want to kill the person you love.
Like, what? I don't even fucking know. Like, what? I've heard of people throwing their underwear to people, on stage. I've heard of people just throwing it up, but it's like, here's a kiwi because you're singing kiwi. I mean, I could imagine. I wonder if people threw fruit at Marina and the Diamonds or wherever she
No, I
sang.
don't think they did because the point of the song is a lot more sultry and sexual, not a.
Oh, so they just throw fruit in a bikini.
I was gonna say they would throw fruit flavored, fruit like fruit patterned underwear or something. They would if Marina was the type of person to have shit thrown at her on stage. I don't think she has fans who do that really. I mean, there has been 21 Pilots, for example. I know that this was a thing. They generally did not have a lot of people throwing shit on stage, but one time, someone threw a dildo.
Someone threw a dildo.
Uh huh. It landed with a very loud thud that thankfully did not interrupt any singing or anything from the lead singer, but the fact that I had to hear about this secondhand just goes to show this is one, such an oddity, and two, such an absurdity that it
It
shouldn't
just
happen. And
seems
just why?
because they were like, I have this dildo and I don't want to use it on myself. What can I do? I know. I'll throw it on somebody. Yay!
I mean, there are the people who avidly ship the two members of the band, but they're both married to women.
You never. I mean, that really doesn't stop people from shipping. Sadly,
No, no, it doesn't.
you'd think it would, but no. All right. Also in the news. Damn it! My Kit Kat won't open. Also in the news, Energy Secretary Rick Perry suggests fossil fuels can prevent sexual assault.
What the fuck?
At an Axos event, Perry said it would take fossil fuels to push out power to parts of Africa and that having more lighted spaces could shine light on sexual crimes.
I mean, okay, that's a really absurd way to put out, yes, an obviously good statement.
I don't know about I mean, it's absurd.
Yes. I mean, here's the big thing though. Um, Fossil fuels are readily available and in small quantities cheaper than solar power, but in large quantities, solar power is cheaper. There's already solar based, like water heating, blah, 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 that is easily accessible in especially warm climates like in Africa and Middle Asia. It's like, I don't think that fossil fuels will help this enough, though. Especially when there's
Well,
not
this
enough
is the
metal
full.
resources for the wiring anyway.
This is the full quote from Rick Perry. Um, I just got back from Africa, and I'm going to finish up with this because I think I heard a lady say that there are people dying. Let me tell you where people are dying is in Africa because of the lack of energy they have there. And it's going to take fossil fuels to push power out into those villages in Africa where a young girl told me to my face one of the reasons that electricity is so important to me is not only because I'm not going to have to try to read by the light of a fire and have those fumes literally killing people, but also from the standpoint of sexual assault. When the lights are on, when you have light that shines, the righteousness, if you will, on those types of acts. So from the standpoint of how you really affect people's lives, fossil fuels is going to play a role in that. I happen to think it's going to play a positive role.
Hmm, that's understandable. I mean, developing countries do have more sexual assault. Developing countries do have less power and have much more need of fossil fuels and renewable resources.
It's just interesting, I guess.
Yeah,
I don't even I don't even know.
yeah.
I really don't even know. It just seems almost like I don't know.
It's one of those things where
It just seems
it's
weird.
hard to comment on it.
Yes. Oh. Um,
New
trying to
interesting
find some.
things?
Yes, I'm trying to find some more new and interesting things. Ooh, from Mark Cuban. Or Mark Cuban? Wow. From Mark Cuban himself, Draymond Green owns the NBA an apology. After Green criticized the use of the term owner in sport last week, Cuban said he was offended by the connotation of Green's comments, calling it wrong in every way.
Hmm.
This, yes, this is the official Draymond's. This is Draymond's statement on the whole thing. Wow, this does sound very Donald Sterling esque, but I'm sure the fans pay to see him play, and he's putting himself at risk of CTE by going out there every Sunday and giving 110%. Inmates, for starters, let's stop using the word owner and maybe use the word chairman. To be owned by someone just sets a bad precedent to start. It sets the wrong tone, and it gives one the wrong mindset. Webster states that an inmate is a person confined to an institution such as a prison or hospital. Not sure these tax-paying men should be referred to as inmates, but what do I know?
Yeah.
And then Mark Cuban, in an interview with ESPN, said that Draymond owed probably everyone an apology,
Hmm.
which is, I mean, I can kind of understand. It's here were his own words. First, let's see. Cuban, the Dallas Mavericks owner, said McNair's comment made during an NFL owners meeting regarding social issues was wrong and ridiculous. Cuban said it was up to each individual to decide whether to accept McNair's apology. However, Cuban said he was also offended by the thinly veiled connotation of Green's comments about owners in professional sports. Quote, for him to try and turn it into something it's wrong, Cuban told ESPN. He owes the NBA an apology. I think he does because to try to create some connotation that owning equity in a company that you busted your ass for is the equivalent of ownership in terms of people, and that's just wrong, and that's wrong in every which way. People who read that message and misinterpret it make it seem like we don't do everything possible to help our players succeed and don't care about their families and don't care about their lives. Like hopefully we do it all for all of our employees. That's just wrong.
Hmm.
So I know we don't really know anything about sports, but I felt like if we include a sports story, maybe straight people will watch.
Oh, I don't think we need to worry about a straight audience.
Yeah, I know, but still, it's like, hey, look, we have a sports story. Come and watch. Oh no, it's gay people. Too bad you got stuckered in with the sports.
Sports clickbait. I don't think
That's right.
sports is really clickbait though,
I mean,
because
two gays
straight men
talk
who
with
obsess so
sports.
much over sports are not
You'll
going to
probably
find
know it anyway.
podcasts about sports. They are going to find talk shows about sports.
That's true. Well, we're a talk and a show. We're talking. Talk, 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 talk.
Talk show
Talk.
with players.
Whatever. I don't know.
Okay.
Oh, hush you. Mm.
Mm, I think that's enough depressing news for today, though, don't you think?
You're right. Let's have some happy news. Like that'll be our last news story. We can have happy. Ooh, ooh, fuck! My mouth's watering.
Hmm?
After over 100 years of making chocolate, Hershey's strikes gold. Today is the fourth time in the company's history Hershey is announcing a new flavor to its namesake portfolio. Hershey's Gold.
Ooh.
Mmm, fuck. You wouldn't like it, but damn, it makes me. So Hershey's Gold is caramelized creme. Well, I would say cream, but it's creme. Caramelized creme, peanuts, and pretzels.
Ooh. If it didn't have the peanuts, that would be awesome.
Yes. Like I said, I'm not a big fan of peanuts, but like just looking at it made me like, it just made me like, it made my mouth water. Like I just looked at it and I was like,
I
oh,
can hear you popping your mouth. Yes.
I can't help it. I do that when I just want to pop my tongue, or I'll pop my mouth whenever like I don't want to drool.
Ugh.
What do you what? Ugh.
I mean, just like, I don't know. I feel slightly gross about drool.
That's why I'm doing that so I don't drool.
I mean, yeah, that's good.
Excuse me, you're gross drool, but you'll get your saliva all up in my mouth and all that when we kiss. But you're gross
That's
with drool.
different. Drool is
Oh, that's
condensed
different.
and like dripping out. It's like
Oh
lava as
Lord.
opposed to magma.
Oh Lord, woman, you are such a. You see what I have to deal with, folks? He is. We are so lucky that I love him so fucking much. But I
Wow.
really do. I love him. What?
Nothing.
What?
I'm saying
Well,
that
you said wow. Why?
actually I was gonna say Is your love for me the only thing that keeps you here? It actually would be.
Oh,
That's a good thing.
yeah. I mean, of course I love you, but it's not, babe.
I was just like,
Mm,
wow, is the way you love me the only reason why you're not leaving because of all my crazy little absurd
babe, I would
specifications and blah blah
never.
blah blah blah
No,
blah?
honey, no, 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 babe. I will never leave you, honey.
Hmm.
Okay? Of course I love you. When I say you're lucky, I love you. Rose, I'm just fucking with you, honey. See, this is the real type of conversation, folks. This is lovey-dovey boyfriend conversation.
Yes.
But don't worry, honey. I'm just messing with you. I love you no matter what, even if you are completely insane. It works because I'm insane too.
Yes. You also still have
Anyway,
Garbat as your profile picture.
I like it. I'm gonna keep it until I find something better.
Yeah, so do I. It's funny.
It is funny. I like it a lot. For Garbat, on our Discord. My profile picture is Garfield in a bat costume.
Uh
It's
huh.
quite cute.
I'll totally have it on screen right now.
Ah, yes. All right. Anyway, while you're doing that, let me tell you about Hershey Bar's new flavor. Hershey announced today that their new chocolate bar flavor, Hershey's Gold Caramelized Cream Peanuts and Pretzels. It is the fourth flavor to their brand, following Hershey's Milk Chocolate in 1900, Hershey's Special Dark in 1939, and Hershey's Cookies and Cream in 1995.
Hmm.
Hershey's Gold features caramelized cream and a combination of salty, crunchy bits of peanuts and pretzels that's described as delivering a creamy, crunchy satisfaction.
I just thought, isn't there a Hershey with almonds? Or is that technically just a subset of the?
That's technically, I think, just a subset of Hershey Normal.
Yeah. Alright.
Like that, like it's different because like that's still like Hershey's milk chocolate. It just has almonds in it. Like the other ones are flavors. Like there's Hershey's Dark, which uses dark chocolate instead of milk chocolate, so that's another flavor. It tastes different. Hershey's Cookies and Cream is a completely different flavor, and then this is like cream, like caramel cream, like
Yeah, yeah.
Hershey's. But I get what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
The new golden flavor will be available in retailers nationwide starting December 1st, 2017, in both a 1.4-ounce standard bar, 99 cents, and a 2.5-ounce king-size bar, $1.69. For those who can't wait, the new candy bar is now available at select Hershey's Chocolate World locations in Las Vegas and Hershey, Pennsylvania.
Mm.
Yum, yum, yum. All right, and I think that will do it for. Ooh. McDonald's is bringing back the McRib.
Oh.
And also, Kate Spade and Disney have teamed up for a Minnie Mouse collection. Cute.
Hmm.
But we can talk about those another time. It's time for drag talk. Drag talk.
Drag talk. Let's talk about some drag. Wolf.
Woof. I'm trying out my new bear call. Woof. Yes. Well, let me tell you. It's time for drag talk, where we talk about drag race, drag queens, Dragula, and lots of other shit. And today we're going to start with Dragula.
Drag. Horror.
It is
No.
filth. No, drag, horror, filth, glamour. I believe that's what it is.
Yes, I think so. It
Dragula.
was on Halloween, was it not?
Yes, it was. The second season premiere was on Halloween night.
So, now every week on Tuesday instead of every 2 weeks on whenever day it was, like a Thursday before.
I think so.
So now every week on Tuesdays, Dragula will premiere a brand new episode of horror, filth, and ultimate, well, I was gonna say ultimately glamour, but also horror and filth.
Oh no, it's much more horror and filth, especially with this season premiere. Like,
Yes. This season premiere was fitting of the day that it was released. It was
Yeah,
released very, very.
very, very Halloween horror nights. Oh,
Yes.
it was horrible, but wonderful at the same time. I loved it.
Me too.
We have 10 queens who we're working with here. We've got Dolly, Monique Shame, Felony Dodger, James Majesty, Disasterina, Victoria Black, Erica Clash, Bitch Pudding,
Mm-hmm.
Abora.
Mm-hmm.
Um, is that everyone?
Did you count?
No, I didn't.
I wasn't
Shit.
either.
So we've got Felony Dodger, Monique Shame, Erica Clash, Kendra Onyx, Bitch Pudding, Victoria Elizabeth Black, Disasterina, Dolly, Abora, and James Majesty.
Oh yeah, Kendra Onyx.
Yes,
That was the one we kept forgetting.
I know, and I feel bad because I actually liked her. But sadly, Felony Dodger was the first to go in the first episode, which very much pissed me off, as I was a fan of Felony Dodger in
Yes.
the series. I was a big fan of her in the promo and stuff, and I was very mad that she was the first to go.
Yeah.
Felony, if you're watching this, we love you. I love you. He's
Yes.
like meh.
I'm
So,
not the kind of person who obsesses wholesomely over a
oh, I didn't
celebrity.
over. I just liked her. I just really liked her. I thought she was good.
Mm.
So we'll go over the first episode. So the second season of the world's most shocking queer punk series would have $10,000 cash prize. Not that much compared to Drag Race, but it's understandable. So the mini challenge winner was a blood chugging contest, and the mini challenge winner of that was Monique Shame. She won an hour foot massage from Victoria Black, the loser of the challenge. But was that really her mini challenge prize? We'll get into that later in the discussion. The guest judges for this episode were Willem and Gage Munster. Cute. And I thought the main challenge was quite impressive. They had to make an outfit that inspired their own drag design, but also the Cenobites from the Hellraiser series, which you don't really know that much about, but I do. It's very, like I said, BDSM, leather, gore.
Mm-hmm.
The challenge winner was James Majesty, which I, I can see, but I still really thought that Victoria should have won because she did so well.
Yeah. Victoria did very, very
And then,
well.
yes, and then the bottom three were Felony, Erica, and Monique Shame, and their extermination challenge was being pierced by hypodermic needles.
Yeah. For those who are squeamish, definitely do not watch Dragula. There are. I mean, season one on its own was.
I mean, the worst thing I really think they did was getting buried alive.
Yeah, actually, the buried alive part was pretty bad because, I mean, it was very, very vaguely simulated. But the stuff that was
Yeah,
pushed through that tube on top was the worst part.
yeah, it sucks.
Yeah, especially for those who had it just like landing in their mouth, and it was like, ugh. That was in season one, though. I think the
Yeah,
worst thing that happened was one girl. Did she actually shit on stage?
yeah, she did.
Then she threw up on it. Then she ate it.
Well, she didn't eat the shit. I know she shit, but then she threw up on stage and then ate the throw up.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah,
that was
that was.
something.
I mean, she won, so
Yeah,
it's cool though. I
that
mean,
was
they didn't
season
say
one,
what.
though. We have yet to see something quite like that in season two.
Yes, we don't know right now, but I'm quite excited to see. God damn it, I'm still mad Felony got sent home. I wanted to see more from her. Like,
Me
ugh,
too.
it sucks. Like, I want to see more from her. Like, I don't know. But anyway, as I was discussing earlier about the possibly not being Monique's prize. And I should also point on the fact that while it's not that big of a thing anymore, it was that Moniki was shown to be a bit of a racist from Shot with Soju talking about how Moniki said very racist things towards her back in the old days. Although Moniki has since apologized, and Soju said that she's willing to move on. So it seems okay now, but still, what you did in the past will come up to catch you one day.
It will, and it'll forever haunt you in some form.
Yep. But if she won the mini challenge, but was in the bottom three, and compared to Erica and Felony, who was able to just, they were getting stuck with needles and screaming and angry and oh god, it was horrible and this and that. And Monique was just like, yeah, sure, I have a huge pain tolerance. It's whatever. Just stick the needles in me. And they did, and she was just like, yeah, this is fine. It's whatever. It's cool. And it was like, the fuck?
Yeah,
Like,
so
why would that? So
Andrew
I have
has
a
a
theory.
theory about the
Yes.
fact that Maniki won the blood chugging challenge.
Right, and was like, you won a foot massage, but they never showed the foot massage. So it was like, I mean, if you won it, it would have been nice to see it and see what could have happened. So
It could have
I'm
been some funny
thinking,
little moment too, because there are all those little
yeah,
funny quirk moments in Dragula, Drag Race in general, but Dragula especially is known for its campy moments.
right. So it's a bit confusing, and well, like, how do I explain it? It's. I feel that the mini challenge when like the prize she got was not actually, this is again totally a conspiracy theory, could
Uh-huh.
be absolutely not true, could absolutely be true at the end of the series, who knows, but I'm just putting it out there now just shows. What if the challenge once she won the prize was not a foot massage, that was just like a deterrent or like a, ooh, here we'll say this on TV. But what if like the prize was that they took Monique's needles, by the way, which again, the extermination challenge, they had to take hypodermic needles, including one giant motherfucking one, and put it in them
Yes.
or in their through their arms and stuff. And what if Monique's mini challenge win was actually like if she knew she was going to be in the bottom, or like maybe like
It's a
once she was in the
safety
bottom,
thing in the case
safety
that
thing.
you are in the extermination challenge, you will either
Right.
one just get through, or two,
Yeah.
because
Exactly.
of the fact that the extermination challenge is meant to be a tolerance do it all thing,
Exactly. That's
so
what I
that
thought
it
it was.
doesn't
It had the
look
tolerance
too
for it.
bad or something, you are able to get
Right.
by
So what I'd say
easier.
they did. Right. So what I think they did is that the mini challenge win actually did it so that Monique's needles were tipped with like an anesthetic or something to prevent her from being in as much pain as Erica and Felony.
Hmm. Especially because Erica and Felony were screaming like babies.
Yes, although Felony probably more than Erica. Erica was just like, "Oh, this is bad. Oh my, oh goodness. Oh no. Oh no, it hurts."
Yeah.
While Monique was just like, "This is fine. It's whatever. I'm cool. This
Moniki
is
was
fine."
just like,
Like it was a bit suspicious.
it was. It was very suspicious.
I mean, granted, she could just really, maybe she really does have a high tolerance for pain. Who the fuck knows?
Maybe.
I mean, she did. I mean, to be fair, she also did staple herself a couple times on the runway.
That's true. Maybe earlier she actually had taken a little bit of anesthetic, and the reason why she uh said that she had a high pain tolerance was because before her drag
Maybe.
shows she sometimes takes anesthetic in the case that she is stapling her face during the runway.
Yes, which, by the way, yes, if you watch the show, the runway show, she did staple her face, which is why.
I mean,
Just why though? Like, ew, no, ill Michelle.
Girls committed.
Speaking of speaking of ill Michelles, Alexis Michelle. No, I'm kidding. Um, that's definitely an ill Michelle, but no. Um, but like I said, this is just a theory, a drag theory.
uh, a
I am now
dragspiracy.
a drag conspiracy. I am now Matt Pat, but not as good looking.
Oh, I mean, I was gonna say it is hard to be as good looking as Matt Pat, but you don't have to be as good looking as Matt Pat to have an awesome giant heart like you.
My boyfriend called me ugly. Isn't that sweet?
I'm saying babe, you're adorable.
Still haven't heard the word hot.
Because I
And you
don't
don't have
want
to say
hot.
good. He doesn't want hot, so I'm not hot. Thank you. No, it's fine, babe. I don't even know anymore. Oh God. It's all right. I understand. As long as you love me, that's what I care about.
Mm, and I do.
Mwah.
Mm,
Yes, and I love you. That's the most
and
important thing. People don't understand that. And
I
I.
will
Yeah,
always
that's.
love you.
Hmm. Oh, and I'll always love you. People don't understand, uh, and it's true. Like, who needs hot? Nobody always wants. But nowadays, that's all people really want anymore. Nobody ever wants like an actual good relationship. They just like, oh yeah, he's hot. I want him,
The
or I want her. She's hot. But if she's also a complete and utter
Yeah,
bitch, like,
here's the thing. Way back when, people were worried about looks second. You were worried about money. You were worried about making sure that someone was at least a decent person if they were gonna be pulled into your family.
yeah, exactly. Nowadays, it's just like, honey, are you sure you should be dating him? Oh, mom, it's okay. He's really hot. Let me see. Oh, he is hot. Welcome to the family, son. By the way, I'm not wearing panties and you don't have to call me mom.
Oh God.
I'm just saying, in today's society, that probably would be a normal thing.
Normal? It's a
I
thing.
mean,
Not
it's a
considered
thing.
normal.
Okay, well, I
Not too
mean,
unusual, but not normal.
okay, fine. Not normal then. I would say normal, but whatever.
Eh,
That's just me. I would say I don't even know what we're talking about anymore, but um, it's fun because this is the kind of shit we get off on tangents and we just talk about random shit.
yes, and it's fun.
Yes, fun. That's the word. Oh, babe, as long as you love me for me and stay by my side.
Of course.
No,
Mm,
I love you.
I love you too.
But let's see. I'm trying to think. Like, is there anything else to my theory? Not really. No, just I'm really excited to see what the fuck happens next week.
Yeah, especially considering how intense episode 1 was compared to all of last
Yeah.
season.
Yeah, all of literally like this episode made all of last season look like nothing. Because I mean, to be fair, the production was not good back in the day. But to be
Yeah.
fair, it was a struggle. It was a web series. It wasn't even like it was. Now it's on an actual TV station, so it's on Out TV in Canada. So
Yes.
the fact that it's got TV production budget and it's on World of Wonders YouTube channel, and it's actually got like I said, some really good looking production value. It's really stepped its pussy up quite a lot.
Yes, it's like the first season of the actual Drag Race.
Yes, the as a lot of people say, the forgotten season of Drag Race.
Uh-huh.
The very first season, I remember it well. I quite enjoyed the first season. It gave us such amazing queens. See, people like want to like not talk about it, but it gave us a lot of amazing queens. It gave us Nina Flowers and Tammy Brown and Angina and the most amazing queen of them all, the one who started it all and the one who was the first ever to be eliminated,
Pork chop.
Victoria Porkchop Parker, the most infamous queen of all time. She was the first queen to ever be eliminated and will always be remembered as one of the best. I love her, and she is beloved. She is beloved very much,
Mm-hmm.
at least by me anyway, and I'm sure other people.
Yes.
But anyway, yes, basically everybody on that season was remarkable. I was going to say the winner, Bibi Zahara Benet, although I'm not discrediting her, but I really do think it should have been Nina, but whatever. I'm not going to be that bitch. Um, yeah, I was like, no. But it gave us Angina, who could have had a real shot at winning the whole goddamn thing if it hadn't been for whatever.
Yeah.
You know, that should have been the very first, because they went, BB and Angina went up against each other in the one of the lip syncs to Britney Spears is Stronger, and that was the first time RuPaul had to get up and be like, I'm sorry, I have to go consider this. You are both so good. And it's like, oh, dun dun dun.
Dun
And then,
dun dun.
oh my God. And then she came back and she was like, I choose BB, but Angina, you had a real chance of winning this competition. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, literally everybody on that show was memorable, except for Akasha and Rebecca Glasscock.
Yeah.
Oh, I almost forgot about Jade. I like Jade. She's not that memorable, but she was the original fishy queen. Jade Sotomayor. I like her quite a lot.
Hmm.
A
Pork
lot
chop,
of these
Tammy,
queens are still
Akasha,
good.
Jade, Angina, Chanel,
Diana
Rebecca, Nina,
Chanel, Rebecca
BB,
Nina B, Shangela, Nicole Page Brooks,
Mystique,
Mystique. We're not going
Sonique.
through the whole thing. We're not going through the whole thing.
Yeah, we are not going through all of seasons 1 through 5.
Yeah. That if you want to go see what the hell we're talking about, go listen to Alaska Thunderfuck's song "Rue Girl,"
The end
which
of it
my boyfriend
specifically.
probably listened to. My boyfriend probably listens to it on an endless loop.
No, I don't. I have listened to it a good number of times, though.
Yes, he ever since I showed it to him, he was like, oh, "I love this," and I'm like, "Oh God, what have I done? I have introduced him to drag too fast. He is now all dragged up." Oh, but I don't care. I love it.
So that's the queen.
Uh, well, I mean, yeah, exactly. I'm a drag queen, so I do have an excuse to be all dragged up. You are not. I will get you into drag one day, and it'll be hilarious.
Yeah. Because I don't think I have a face for drag.
You really don't.
No.
You're my beautiful man.
Yes.
Mm.
Mm,
Okay, now let's finish off drag talk talking about the upcoming drag race season. All Stars 3! And then
Whee!
season 10 later, but right now it's All Stars 3, and
Yes, that is all the
lots of
hype.
stuff's going on.
Uh-huh.
There's rumors of who's going to win, who's going to be there, but first I suppose we should talk about the cast. Go
Eh.
look this up, please. Look it up. Look it up. Look it up. We have to look somewhat professional.
Yes. Okay, Safari, open please.
We're not somewhat professional, by the way.
I was gonna say, we can be somewhat. I at least know what I'm doing.
Hey! Are you saying I don't?
No, that doesn't necessarily mean you don't. I'm just saying you do know how to look at least somewhat professional, yes. In alphabetical order, we have Aja, Ben, Chi Chi,
Oh,
Kennedy,
Aja!
Milk,
That's it.
Morgan, Shangela, Thorgy, Trixie,
And the
and
10th queen who has not been announced yet.
a potential 10th queen, yes.
But it has been rumored that it is either Darian Lake or BB Zahara Benet, the season 1 winner.
Yes. And some people are on the fence about having the season one winner. Some people think that it's a good idea. Some people think it's also
I'm on
possibly
the fence about
bad.
it.
I
It's,
understand the allure of having BB be there. I can
I
understand
mean,
possibly having BB as a guest judge. I mean, a lot of people also want there to be a winner's season. Rue herself has said that there probably should be one too. It's starting to sound like a
but
good
it,
idea.
but But Michelle has also said that it would seem very unlikely to get all the queens back together for a winter season,
Yes. And I think
as
that
they're
a
all very busy.
yes, I think that a full winter season would be difficult. I don't think it would get all the queens. I don't think it should have all the queens because that's starting to get a lot of queens back. And
I mean, right now, if we did it after like season 10, we'd have 10 normal queens. I think actually they should wait till one more season of All Stars. I was to say, so we'd have 14 queens. You'd have 10 normal winners and 4 All Star winners.
that's true.
But again, like there are
I
some,
was gonna
like if
say,
Phoebe.
actually, if they did season 11, normal season, and then did season 12 as the winter season,
Yeah, that's true.
that would mean that there's a
I just
total of
want
15 seasons.
Yes, but I mean, will it happen? We really don't know. I think it would be epic beyond all like anything. It would be absolutely epic.
Yes.
Um, but I don't know. But again, it's the point of would you be able to get everybody, and it really seems unlikely.
Yeah, there are some winners who definitely would not want to come back, especially because they would be worried about
Tyra,
losing their titles. I'm
yeah,
certain that the All Stars
Tyra.
winners would be pretty quick to say no, because they're the ones who had to come back a second time to win. There's no guarantee they will win a second time against a load of really good queens.
I mean, you never know.
Yeah, I feel like
I
Alaska
think they
wouldn't be
would
able
do
to
it.
win because her season in All Stars was basically built for her.
Yeah, her season was rigged for her.
Yeah. Although there were
As Bob
some
the
good
Drag
other
Queen.
queens who possibly could have done well, it was still a
Uh,
really well fit season for her to win. She had it in
as
the
the
bag.
as Bob the Drag Queen said, All Stars 2 was yet another rig.
Uh huh.
It's like,
Although
damn right
Alaska
it is.
was admitted into the winner circle pretty willingly.
Yeah, no,
Alaska's
of
fun.
course, of course. I like Alaska, but Team Katya,
Katya. Katya.
Katerina Petrovna, Zamolod,
Zamolodchikova. But your
but your
dad
dad
just calls
just,
me Katya.
but your dad just calls me Guy Smith. Anyway, I think that'll do it for drag talk for now. Now we move on to gossip. Um,
Yes. Any interesting
everyone's a big
gossip you got?
slut. Everyone's a big slut. That's my gossip. No. Oh my. In gossip or rumors, suck my dick. Christina Aguilera wears crude T-shirt in West Hollywood.
Oh. So someone's wearing something on a shirt. That hasn't been done
Yes.
before.
Shut up. Ooh, ooh. Tom Hardy falls on the set of Venom.
Oh. Compilation
He thinks
of
he's so funny, folks. It's sad,
actors
really.
falling.
It's like I'm funny. What? Why oh? I like oh when you go oh. Why oh?
I have no words. Well
What
then.
else is in the Ah, yes, breaking news. Netflix cuts all ties with Kevin.
With what?
Yes, that makes sense. Netflix is cutting all their ties with Kevin Spacey.
Oh,
Netflix
yes.
is yes, Netflix is breaking all its ties with Spacey, which again makes sense. Um, but
And then,
trying to get
do you want to talk about the
trying.
tea with Kevin Spacey?
Yes, as soon as I can get into this.
Oh, okay.
Yes, Netflix has cut their ties with the sex scandal star Kevin Spacey. The move comes as more victims have come forward claiming he was inappropriate with them. They have canceled the Gore Vidal movie that he was set to star in. Hmm. This is
Hmm.
this is not necessarily worrisome, but it's just like, oh my.
Yeah, you can bet his career's gonna go down the drain fast.
Oh, all exactly. Everybody's, it's sad, really. I just it's not sad on their part. It's just sad that like all this shit has had to happen.
Yeah.
Of course, the whole Kevin Spacey thing started when actor Anthony Rapp came forward saying that when he was 14 and at a party about 30 years ago, Kevin Spacey got on top of him in a drunken stupor, it seems, and was very inappropriate.
Uh-huh.
Yes, it was not cute.
No. It was very, salty.
Assaulty, yes. He was very assaulted, like a peanut.
Yeah.
Get it? Assaulted peanut. I
Yeah.
made a joke. Yeah. Jokes, jokes, jokes. We got them, folks. We're
Oh,
not funny,
crap,
but we try to be.
Oh, fuck. Earlier, I came up with a really crazy pun yesterday for a queen name. God damn it!
I mean, I would hope it would be good, but you can't come up with some. There's some good ones. The best one, Lisa Newcar,
I
Adele,
know.
Adele Computer. I thought that was fabulous.
Yep.
Oh my God,
Roxy
what?
Andrews. The biggest joke of a name. Because it's triple X.
Rude! You trying to be rude to Miss Roxy Andrews, who's here to make it clear that you know you love her, baby? That's why you brought her here?
I
She was a
didn't
bitch
bring
in
her there!
25? I mean, you did, though.
No, I didn't.
Oh my.
I just commented on the fact that she was a motherfucking turkey. And that
No, do you see
distorts
how
you.
rude she is? Do you see how rude my boyfriend is? Like,
Oh.
he's calling people turkeys. I thought we were past this.
I apologize, Roxy, if you ever hear this.
Yeah, if I ever become a famous drag queen, I'm going to show Roxy this, and I'm going to be like, my boyfriend said you were a turkey. And
In
she'll be like,
response to a Rigi Rochu distorted video.
still, he said you were a turkey. And I'll be like, and then I'll hug her, and I'll be like, it's okay, Roxy, it's okay.
I don't think
Would you
you're a
like me
turkey
to take you
normally.
I'll just hug her. I'll be like, it's okay, Roxy. You want me to take you to the bus stop?
Oh my god, babe.
For that reference, Roxy Andrews was left at a bus stop when she was 3. Uh,
Wasn't it
yeah,
with her sister or something?
yes. My mother left me and my sister at a bus stop when I was 3, and it's all just coming back to me now. We shouldn't laugh at it, but god damn it.
I mean, it's
Ever
kind
since
of been
Katya,
memed because she.
ever since Katya made a joke about it, all the floodgates are open.
Yeah.
Roxy Andrews, I think about you every morning, I think about you all the time, especially in the morning
At the bus
at the
stop.
bus stop. It's like, even
Oh,
Alaska, like, fell to the ground, like, oh, what the fuck?
you went there!
You went there, like, oh my god. Of course, she immediately apologized to Roxy right after, although Roxy seems to have been okay with it. It's
Yeah.
like,
I,
I mean,
I
it
don't think
happened a long
Roxy's
time
that
ago.
heavily affected by it these days. It's just like, it's a
No,
noteworthy event of the past.
but it's like, I don't know. It's just funny, but it's just like I think about you all the time, especially in the morning
At the bus
at the
stop.
bus stop. I
I
mean,
mean, it's a witty joke.
yeah, not really a joke. It's just like a fuck you. Hi, I'm gonna leave you at the bus stop. Your makeup is terrible.
If you're not wearing nails, you're not doing drag.
This is my hair. I don't wear wigs.
I'm Roxy Andrews, and I'm here to wear clear nails.
I still go stand by my favorite one. I'm Roxy Andrews, and I'm here to make it clear. I know you love me, baby. That's why you brought me here. I was a bitch on season 5. I'm gonna make it right. Give me a sewing challenge, and I'll give you what you like. I'm full of tricks, baby, just like on Halloween. A room full of monsters, and it makes me want to scream. I have to get this right, so you don't waste your time. Not like my comedy. I'm killing on this rhyme. Stretch, kick, curtain up. Don't pop the head. Yeah, you get into that Alexis Michelle feel.
Oh, God. The people who ruined the two songs that you especially like, Riju Rochu and Clat.
Yeah, it's like I mean, to be fair, it's like they suck.
But as a
Alexis
mashup, it's
is
not
just like
too bad, but still.
stretch, kid. You're saying hers is not that bad? Have you
As a
forgotten?
mashup.
I just want you to feel, mama.
Oh my god. Oh, you got all right up in the
I just
microphone
want you to
there.
feel, mama.
You're.
Feel, mama.
Okay, that's a little too close, babe. Oh my god. Oh, I love
Feel,
you.
mama. I love you too.
Oh, you're crazy.
Oh God, I think it's so funny.
We pulled drag talk into the gossip column. Do you want to move on to
Yeah,
Science
maybe.
Corner?
Yes, let's give my boyfriend a chance to do all the talking. It's Science
Weird science.
Corner.
Oh, this is somewhat more recent. The crack attack.
The crack attack?
Crack attack? Crack hack.
Oh. I was like, crack attack? Apparently, crack has sprouted to life as a monster now?
No, the crack hack for Wi-Fi. So, from my
Oh.
understanding, this was a recently discovered WPA2 breach. WPA2 is the security encoding protocol for computers and routers. It encrypts information so that it cannot be stolen directly over internet. It encrypts it with a key that is set the instance you connect to a router or a modem. That way people can't just like tap into wires or anything and
Oh,
get it
that's
later.
cool.
Um so the modem will encrypt information and then later decrypt it, usually using a different key. Uh, this is so that it is basically uncrackable by usual means. Um, Now, the big issue is the fact that when you first log on to a router, it gives off the key as a signal to the computer. It is done in 4 simple steps, but the final step can be interfered with and cause it to rebroadcast the key, which is the
Oh.
crack issue. If you interfere with the signal, but you pick it up on your end, that means that you are able to, I guess, understand and read through a signal receptor what exactly is being broadcast from someone's laptop, like personal information. The reason why it's impractical in general is because you have to be on the same Wi-Fi connection. The keys are usually distinct, so that means that you can't just be doing this over a single router and expect it to work even if you're actually, truly connected to a network. Like you're stealing your friend's information, friend in quotes. Um,
Friend in quotes.
in quotes, or you're just, a computer hacking genius and you're trying to see what gossip they're spreading about you. Um,
I was say, well, you're just an asshole friend.
yeah. It uses, I think, the IP address to catalog different keys, since IPs are given by your router. Um, so it was a very, very recently discovered issue. There was knowledge that there could be breaches, but it was really unusual and a really weird idea that it could actually work because Wi-Fi is so limited. The antennas in your computer are way weaker than the ones that are on a router. So it would mean that you would have to somehow intercept and interfere with a signal at perfect timing. You would be able to figure it out, though. It has been recently realized, um, pretty easily by intercepting more than one signal, or the signals going back and forth more than once.
Interesting. Very. Hmm.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's not that great. There's being some work done to figure out what can be done to fix WPA2's newly discovered issue. Uh, Crack hack doesn't really mean all that much. It means that someone has to be literally outside of your house with a really strong receptor. You'll probably see a white van, and
It's like, it's a white van. Oh, that's all right. It doesn't have ice cream on the side. Ah, shit, run!
I was gonna say, usually no one's connecting to your internet that easily. Guests don't just connect to internet and interpersonal information or whatever. It's already saved on your phone. That's one of the reasons why encryption saving is in place. So that if someone manages to decrypt what is being broadcast from your router, or what you're broadcasting to your router, then you have some safe features.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
I'm learning a lot. I'm learning a lot here, folks. So I'm hoping you're learning stuff too.
Yes. The way that modern security is done is very, very, very foolproof. For the most part. The crack hack means that you can intercept someone's communications with more ease than would be before, but it's not at all infallible, and it's really, really precarious in situation. It's really difficult to get in place too, and it doesn't make sense in a workplace situation where you're constantly getting new IPs and thus new keys, security keys for encryption. So, yeah. Um, that's the crack hack in generalness. It's being worked on, but it's not really too much to worry about if you don't disconnect from your router constantly. You'll probably keep the same IP address and not have to get a new security key unless there's a new password to your router put in place. But most
Oh.
people don't do that. And it's so rare that it's done, you're not really going to see that.
Hmm.
It's not a
Yeah.
very exploitable hack. So that's why people are not too concerned about it.
Fair enough.
On another computer related note, AlphaGo Zero. It's been tested
AlphaGo Zero.
again. AlphaGo is a game where you move these little beads across a grid-like board. Um, I think you hop over the bead and you make different shapes, and based on the number of beads of yours that are on the board in the end, because I think you have a set number of moves, you win. AlphaGo Zero is a AI robot designed to win AlphaGo. It is pretty good at it. It doesn't need any input or help from humans, and it's learned quite a lot. It's been able to beat some champions of AlphaGo.
Hmm.
So, Yeah, but that's
That's
somewhat
different.
old news. It's just been getting better.
I think that's quite interesting.
Anything I see on SciShow to do with more recent news? No, not really.
Oh, well, I would want you to talk. I don't want you to have like a short science section.
Oh, don't worry. Um, although here's an idea. How about we talk about one of the more recent SciShow videos, or whatever I choose to go, wherever I choose to go for science or information.
Okay.
Uh, let's not talk about the opioid crisis because I'd rather not. Let's talk about vampires. That's more interesting.
Ooh, vampires.
So, vampires are well known commonly for a couple of symptoms. First of all, like blood and paleness, not liking sunlight.
But so I was gonna say vampires are not necessarily not real, but
Uh, the vampire that you probably
not the kind that you would see. I was gonna say the kind that you see in movies is not real.
no, not at all. There are two medical conditions that could actually be happen in unison that would be horrible. Uh, that might help to uh implement the idea of vampires being a thing, especially with some crazies of history like Vlad the Impaler.
I remember Vlad the Impaler quite well.
So, scientists believe that based on some previously unexplainable phenomena, there were some rather bad medical conditions that could very well have led to people thinking of vampires being real. One condition is porphyria. Porphyria is basically where you have a buildup of a molecule called porphyrin. It is a part of hemoglobin that is broken down in your body after blood cells die. However, it can build up in your body when you are either very old. Usually, your body is actually pretty good at getting rid of porphyrin well into your late years, though some people have it a little bit more frequently when they're older. However, people born with certain genetic deficiencies or with certain nutritional deficiencies or something, um, the enzymes that convert porphyrin into another molecule called a heme group, which is part of the building block of hemoglobin in the first place, which is basically this recycling of porphyrin. Um, the porphyrin just builds up in your body and can cause some pretty bad problems. For example, excess porphyrin builds up in your teeth and mouth, causing either red or brown discoloration. Porphyrin is known to help cause the brown in your teeth for fluorosis, uh, or red, which is why some people used to think that people who had red in their teeth would be bloodsuckers.
Ooh, whoa.
It's a pretty bad condition as well for your skin, because your skin also can be pretty bad and you start to get damage from sunlight very, very
Ooh.
easily. You turn a little bit more pale. Um, the lack of heme groups means that you have less red in your skin because your blood is a little bit less able to express the red pigmentation of iron. You have like blood brain issues and in severe cases, death. I think only severe cases.
Oh,
However, there's
geez.
another condition that has similar negative effects called pellagra. Pellagra is caused by a vitamin deficiency. Um, it most notably came in Europe when corn started to replace wheat as a staple in diets. The problem with corn as opposed to wheat is that it does not have as much nutrition, which is why so many people say that going gluten free makes them lose weight. That's actually why. Usually it's because you're eating so much less heavy starch nutrition from wheat and such.
Huh.
Um, the biggest issue of pellagra is that you can get that red mouth, not necessarily on your teeth, but it gives you that rash that gets so bad your skin starts to degrade over time. It looks pale and papery, like you're decomposing.
Ew. Oh God.
It can also cause neurons to degenerate in the brain and in the body in
Ooh.
general, causing things like psoriasis, but especially in the brain. Now, when neurons degenerate in the brain, you start to get issues like seizures. In the part of pellagra, it can cause you to have a type of muscle spasms, like on and off, like a flare.
Like what Wendy, I was to say like what Wendy Williams had a couple of days ago.
Quite possibly, yes. Um, but instead of like your muscles going flare and weak afterward, the person's muscles will seize completely. Everything looks like it shuts down. You will be able to barely breathe. Your heart will beat very, very weakly, but very, very fast. Essentially, you will freeze and look like you are dead. And this can last for a couple of minutes to a couple of hours. The problem? People wanted to deal with dead bodies immediately way back when because they were concerned with disease spreading. Because this is nutritional based, it can't spread. But because people's muscles seize completely, it makes them look like they are dead. So some people would be put in coffins. Then they would also come back up afterward, banging on the coffin, wanting to be released. Because they're not dead. They look like they're dead.
Stop it. You're creeping me out.
Yeah, I know, it's creepy and ooky and freaky, but in this
Spooky,
day and age, you
spooky,
are
megalamookey,
not
dang,
like.
dang, dookie.
In this day and age, you're basically guaranteed to not get pellagra. We know what these conditions are, and we know how to look out for them. And in general, there are so many additives in various foods to make them have better looking nutritional benefit because people actually care about nutrition these days. That you are basically guaranteed to never have most of these nutrition related disorders in the Western world. Or
That's good.
the first world. I mean, the third world still has to deal with some of these issues, but wheat is so hardy, easy to grow, and so storable that it is still a staple of most third world countries. And because of the first world being able to spread information and such, a lot of the third world also knows about these various illnesses and such. So they are far more easily known in many third world modern countries. So you're not likely to see people being called a vampire anytime soon again.
That's good. I
And
hope you
so,
folks were listening, because he teaks. My boyfriend speaks the truth. He's very sciency.
yes, I was also basically reading straight from a SciShow video. The little
I mean, to
captions on
be
the side.
fair, that's where I get my news stories. That's where everybody gets their news stories from. Like they word it their own way, but they usually get it from somewhere.
Yes, and I mean, while a lot of journalism is secondary, um, people who get the primary information are always willing to spread it because it means usually there's more news or there's usually accreditation to it.
Right.
Now that we have gotten our ooky spooky science in for after Halloween, let's end with some funny shit of the week and more new obsessions.
Ooh.
My latest obsession is funny Reddit posts. Although I've
Yeah.
gotten over that. So I guess technically my newest obsession would be animating and Minecraft animations.
Yes, my boyfriend is doing animations, which I'm quite excited to see.
Animation, because I'm still working on the first one. They take a
Yeah, but
long
and
time
it'll
to make.
eventually.
They take a longer time to render.
I know, but just it one day it'll be more than one. It'll be animations. I know. Don't worry, babe. I know you're gonna do amazing things.
Yeah.
I mean, you already are amazing, so you'll just be amazinger.
I need to go shut the garage door really quick because my mom's test driving a truck.
Okay, you do that, and I'll keep our folks entertained with a commercial.
Okay, commercial break.
A really late commercial break. I'm assuming he's gotten up to leave now, so you're stuck with me. Aren't you happy about that? Well, I'm happy about that. Let me tell you about our brand new product, Acme Holes. I know you've probably heard all about them when you watch like Wile E. Coyote, but that's over exaggerated. It is a cartoon after all. Let me tell you about our Acme Holes. They are quite fabulous. All you do is you take it out of the box, throw it on the ground, and all you have to do is jump into it and poof, you're somewhere else. We haven't really figured out where it sends you to, but from what our latest research tells, it basically sends you to wherever somebody else has put another hole. So you could end up in the next city, you could end up next door, you could end up in China. Who knows? All with the Acme Hole. It used to be formerly known as the Acme Black Hole, but people got onto us for that, even though, you know, it's Acme after all. Anyway, that's Acme Black Hole. Get yours today at www.acme.com or call 555-555-5554. Again, that's 555-555-5554.
Are you tired of your brand new machines breaking down? Well,
Oh my
don't.
god.
Oh shit, he's back.
And commercials.
I
was in the middle of one.
You can't just men.
Okay, I
Are
was
you
gonna say, you can finish this. I'll be sorry.
Are you tired of your machines breaking down? Well, call Acme.
All our products are sponsored by Acme.
Call Acme Repairmen. We get the job done, or it's free. Your machine will be a piece of shit, but it'll be free anyway. Our trained professionals will do their best and try not to get exploded on the way out. Hear from some of our experienced mechanics now.
I used to be a mechanic back in the day, and then I retired, and then Acme called me out of the blue and said, "Hey, you want a job?" And I said, "Fuck it, why not?" And here I am.
Doesn't he sound just thrilled, folks? Call today and he'll come and fix whatever you need. Your plumbing, your machines, your vagina, who knows? Please call today at 555-555-5553. Again, that's 555-555-5553. Or go to acmemechanics.com.
And we're back, folks.
This is going to be fun to see you edit.
Yeah.
I already got a commercial in for Acme Black Holes. Acme Holes. They took the black out a while back. Oh, now on to our last, or did we already do the last bit? Well, we were on to our obsessions and funny shit, so.
Yes, I talked about some of mine, so how about you?
One of my obsessions will always be you.
Aww. I'm eating a Rice Krispies, sorry.
You're fine. I'm sure I'm one of his obsessions too. He just doesn't want to say it.
My mouth's full.
That too.
I wish it was with you.
Aww. Also, ooh. I can oblige, but not while we're on air.
And
Anyway.
sadly, not while we're in different states.
Hey, give it a couple months, honey.
Oh yeah. I can't wait to record these live and together.
I
Ooh.
know, me too. That's gonna be so much fun.
Yeah. Hey, maybe I'll have an actual microphone with a little arm.
Ooh, that would be fun.
That'll be
But
awesome.
yes, for those of you who would like to, yes, we do. We are in a long distance relationship. It does not affect us. We still love each other with all the hot intensity of 1,000 suns.
Mm-hmm.
Got that from Fairly Odd Parents.
Yes. That is a
With the white
great
hot,
way of saying it, though.
it's the white hot intensity of 1,000 suns.
Was
But
that
yes, that was
describing
was that was from the episode, if I remember correctly, the Super Information Highway, where he goes on the internet and he's trying to retrieve his email for to Trixie.
Oh yeah.
Oh fuck! I almost forgot. There used to be a Trixie, and it was in Fairly Odd Parents.
Oh
And I'm like,
yeah.
the only Trixie I can think of is Mattel. Like that's the only Trixie I ever think of anymore. But yeah, there was that Trixie, and he was trying to get it to her, and she's like, should I just reject it? No, or something. I don't think it was Trixie who said it. I think it was the best friend, or like her crazy best friend who said it. But it
Oh
was like
yeah.
it was really confusing. But yeah, I remember that line very well. It's like, it our love burns like the hot intensity of 1,000 suns, and that's ours. Mwah.
Mm, I agree.
Yeah. But yes, we are in a long distance relationship, but it doesn't stop us from loving each other and being able to see each other.
No.
Including in a couple of months, I'll get to fly up to see him, and I'm very, very, very happy about that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But now, not so.
Not so.
Let's see. What is my obsession other than him? Probably, really, right now, especially with the way it's going, Dragula. I'm like, oh,
Oh
it's getting
yeah.
me like, because it's like, it's so crazy.
And
But
so
like,
awesome.
it's so crazy and awesome. It's so like I don't know even. It's so crazy. I mean, they stuck needles in him for fuck's sake. And I know one of the other extermination challenges is them having to get tattoos.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like the only question is like, where does it go from there?
Yeah.
Like you don't even know. Like I'm wondering like where we're gonna go from here. Like what's gonna happen next? Are we just gonna say like, okay, we're gonna stab you with a knife and we're gonna see who takes the longest to bleed out?
Oh my.
Well, I'm just saying, like you never know. This is Dragula for fuck's sake.
I mean, yeah, that's true. That's true.
I mean, I'm sure yes, they probably won't resort to killing them for real, but I mean,
Yeah.
it's like, could you imagine like 3 seasons from now? Okay, guess what? There is a tiny chance that you might actually be killed, but I mean, you're on Dragula and you're competing for like $25,000, so it's worth it, right?
I would hope by then it would be 100,000.
Ooh, my vibrator went off.
Ooh. By the
Not
way,
really my
that's
vibrator, folks. That's the name we say for my phone whenever it's on vibrate, and when we're in voice chat or video chat,
yes,
he can hear it go off,
because
so he'll say, "Oh, your vibrator's going off."
because he has a fucked up headphone jack and he has to use his phone microphone, the built-in one. So it picks up
Yes.
vibrations, and whenever he's typing, I can clearly hear that he's typing. It's like
No, you can't. Impossible. Type, 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 type. He hears nothing.
Sure.
Oh, I bet you won't hear me when I'm coming up. Never mind.
Oh my. Also, so in terms of other funny shit we've heard this week, we finally listened to someone read Chuck Tingle's "I'm Gay for My Living Billionaire Jet Plane."
That was an experience.
Yes.
I can't wait to listen to "I'm Gay for My Giant or Living Fidget Spinner."
That will be
We can listen to that
interesting.
tonight. Yeah, we can listen to that tonight.
Yeah. How about once a week we comment
Well,
on.
there's only 3 episodes right now.
Oh yeah. Although there are other people who have read the books. So basic synopsis of the plot. There's a guy who's on a business trip who probably doesn't do that many plain business trips. clearly because he's afraid of turbulence. And then well, out of nowhere, not over the loudspeakers, uh, he hears a voice, a comforting voice, saying, "Do not worry, sir. This is normal." It's turbulence that he is describing, and he, in reference, is the plane, Keith. I was starting to think that people who want to name inanimate things usually call them Keith. Except for Keith from BuzzFeed, because clearly he was not a stillborn. Oh god, that's horrible.
Oh God, what have I come back to?
I mean, I've heard of other things being called Keith, so I feel like there's a fascination with calling things Keith. Just because.
I mean,
Keith. And then I came up with a really horrible joke about Keith from BuzzFeed and possibly being a stillborn. Oh, that's awful.
that is awful. My God, what a... See, the thing is, he's horrible and disgusting and filthy, but I love him for it.
And I love being that horrible and disgusting. Although I do also kick myself because it's like, how can you be that horrible? Any things of note besides Chuck Tingle is a laughable author in terms of the gay living billionaire jet plane?
It's laughable, but he's created so many of them.
He's created so many Tinglers, which are what he calls his novels. Actually,
yes,
how about...
My butt into my butt into my butt into my... Yeah, you read some of the titles.
I'm going to... on my desktop.
Oh my God. I'm just
okay, let's do this. Chuck Tingle. He was, by the way, nominated for a Hugo Award because the people who
He then wrote a book after he lost it. He then wrote a book saying like pounded in the butt by the loss of my Hugo Award or something like that.
Yes, because the people who get nominated for Hugo Awards liked to target various minorities, things that are especially cult and niche or laughable content, because they want to be big supremacist bigots. They targeted the LGBTQ community a couple of times, including using one of Chuck Tingle's novels. I think it was for the Space Raptor butt invasion. Now, there is a new release, I see. Sentient Fort Paul's Manofort is charged in the butt while Trump's former foreign policy advisor, Georgie Papadop, admits he lied about hiding inside.
What?
When sentient living fort Paul's Manafort turns himself into the police for questioning, Chief Hander expects a busy day at the station. What he gets, however, is one of the most incredible adventures of his life. Gets, in the summary, also has an apostrophe, when it should not.
Yeah, my boyfriend is a stickler for punctuation.
We have horrible enough spelling. Give the punctuation a rest. Tasked with delivering charges directly to the living fort's butt, Chief Hander must climb deep down within the blankets and cushions, unraveling a sordid tale of international intrigue and political corruption. Soon enough, Chief Hander discovers that there are another apostrophe on a place where it should not be, within President Trump's inner circle, who are hiding out inside the fort, and quickly learns they'll tell him anything he wants to know about this elusive butt for the right price. This erotic tale is 4,100 words of sizzling human on pillow and cushion structure action, including anal blowjobs, rough sex, cream pies, and living fort love. What is with these inanimate ones being so fucking weird?
Oh, fuck. Just like when we listened to him get down on that giant metal billionaire plane's shaft.
Billionaire. Not millionaire.
Sorry.
Billionaire.
Oh, sorry. billionaire.
And these books actually cost money.
Yes, they do.
The I'm Gay for My Living Billionaire jet plane is 4,200 words. Let's read the summary for that one because that's the one we actually listened to. When Alex boards a red-eye flight from New York to Los Angeles, he expects nothing more than another boring business trip. Little does Alex know that the plane itself will soon lead him on a life-changing journey of erotic gay passion. After learning about the plane's side business as a blackjack card counter, Alex agrees to meet the billionaire aircraft at his luxurious Beverly Hills mansion. But when things start to heat up by the pool, Alex is taught a lesson in more than just counting cards. It's Bigfoot settlers claim my butthole. Bigfoot sommelier butt tasting.
Oh, God.
Gay T-Rex law firm executive boner. Glazed by the gay living donuts. Oh, okay, this one's one of my favorites. Gagent Brontosaurus. The butt is not enough.
Oh, God.
The butt is not enough.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I think we're getting far too much into the tingle.
Yeah,
Although,
we can
if you're
continue.
watching Chuck Tingle, send us some free fucking books and we'll read them for you.
I was gonna say, someday we can create a Patreon for this, and then people who pay us will donate towards us getting the various audio books.
Tingle books. Well, it'll be our new series. Two gays read tingles. Two gays read tinglers.
Two gays get tingles.
Two gays get tingled. Ooh.
Yeah, and they're not always good tingles.
No, they're not.
Some of them are just weird tingles, like, why am I getting tingles or shivers because of that?
No, and then there's when I'm right behind him and I'm giving him a real tingler.
Oh my. Oh my gosh, I didn't even describe the whole concept of the tingler.
No, you didn't. Please do.
Okay. Let me just go back to chucktingle.com. Yes, it's a real thing.
Yes, that's where you can buy his books and t-shirts.
Uh-huh. Okay, here is the description on the About page of chucktingle.com. Two-time Hugo Award finalist. He was a finalist both times. I'm not lying. Dr. Chuck Tingle is an erotic author and Taekwondo grandmaster, almost black belt, from Billings, Montana. After receiving his PhD from DeVry University in holistic massage, Chuck found himself fascinated by all things sensual, leading to his creation of The Tingler, a story so blissfully erotic and gay it cannot be experienced without eliciting a sharp tingle down the spine. Paul's hobbies include backpacking, checkers, and sport. He is also a prominent flavor rights activist and the creator of the non-profit advocacy group Allow All Flavors. Chuck is also the editor of the real news site Buttbart. Wait, what?
Well,
okay, this is...
You keep saying like, oh God, what?
Around America, Trump breaks promise by raising butt tax by 30% on low-income families. Screaming baby Milo Yiannana still crying. Trump voters regret voting to allow void crabs access to their brain, claim they didn't understand what skull nest meant. What on earth is this news site? At the bottom, they have Billings Public Library Foundation, Planned Parenthood, and ACLU listed as various logos. There are donation links, I think. Yeah, they're donation links. Please consider donating to the following. But oh my gosh, this is incredible.
I don't even...
Let's not go back.
This makes no sense whatsoever. Well, folks, this has been. I think this is a good place to end.
I think so too.
Okay, this has been. This has been a. This has been. This is going to be interesting to see what the finished product looks like. Um,
Yes.
my boyfriend will be doing the editing of that. We'll see what he adds on. This will be fun.
Yes.
Um,
Adds on,
so
subtracts, figures out what the fuck we're doing.
I suppose that'll do it for now. A kissy for my boyfriend.
Mwah.
I am Andrew Blossoms of the Blossoms part.
And I am Guy Smith of the Smith part. And this has been the Blossoms and Smith Show. We hope you enjoyed.
Please leave a like if you did, and if you didn't, please go away. We don't want you. No, I'm kidding. If you didn't like it, please leave in the comments below how we can make it better. Because again, we're just starting out, so any
Yeah,
help would be much appreciated.
very much so.
Please hit the subscribe button. Please hit that bell to get notifications for when he is streaming. He streams
Yes.
on Sundays with his Galactic Engineers, and we also stream on Thursdays, as right now we're playing Night in the Woods.
Yes. 2K's stream Thursdays, and then I have my Minecraft streams on Sundays. Galactic
Yeah.
Engineers eventually will go away. We'll see what comes up to follow. Probably Universal Interdimensional Escape.
Ooh, fancy.
We shall see what all comes to be in the future
Yes, we shall.
on both my channel in general and this podcast. So stay tuned.
I would be hoping that it would get to go farther, as I am very excited for the future of this podcast.
Yes, so am I. It when we got this as a general idea, I mean, it was great. And
Oh,
other
yeah.
people have said we should probably do a podcast or something. I mean, it's a great idea.
Yeah, and as long as I get to do it with you, I'm happy.
Mwah.
I love you.
I love you too.
But yes, I believe that'll do it from Blossom and Smith. This is Andrew.
And this is Guy signing off.
Bye.
Bye, and have a good week.
Oh, Lord.
Bye, guys.
Bye.